I really want to extend my thanks to Royal Cyber for having us on this webcast. What we're going to talk about today is digital business automation, which is a platform that we at IBM announced and came out with earlier this year at the Think conference. And if you think about the sort of the history of some of these capabilities, these are many of the areas where IBM focused, but we did not have one single platform devoted to business automation. So in terms of content, like enterprise content management, a big focus area for many years at IBM. In terms of workflow, both business process management and case management, we have been leaders in this space for a very long time. Decisions, which is based on business rules, so our operational decision management set of offerings, this has been an area where we have been a leader of the pack for as many years as we can remember. And then also capture with data capture. This has been a complementary area to enterprise content management. And then something that has been more recent for us is our partnership with Automation Anywhere on what we call tasks, which is another way to talk about robotic process automation. And so as you see, we've got this circle of capabilities that all come together on this platform that we call digital business automation. And as we thought about bringing these together, we thought about what would be needed to integrate them and bring them together so they were not just disparate offerings, but so that the value could be intensified and magnified. And we made an effort, and we've already released some of these versions to pre-integrate some of the capabilities. So for example, when you're working with process, then your content can be very dynamic and rules can be integrated in an integral way. So bringing this all together into a single platform is our focus. We're also very much focused on putting this over a layer of analytics that can take not just the data from one of the applications or one of the functional areas, such as workflow, but can take the data from all the functional areas and provide analytics that will not only produce things like dashboards, but will also provide guidance and recommendations on improving the business operations, and will actually enable what we're working on now and what we're going to talk about in a couple slides is enabling the automation to be modified in real time by what we learn from the analytics. So this is our focus on bringing all these areas together into a single platform. What we consider to be, and our goal is for it to be the most integrated platform for automation in the industry, with the most powerful artificial intelligence and analytics as the underpinning, and able to be deployed either on cloud, on premises, or any hybrid combination of the two. So if we can go to the next slide. This is the architecture that we think about in terms of a reference architecture for digital business automation. So if you look in blue, in the center of this diagram are the 5 key capabilities, and these are the ones that I just mentioned that we brought together. So tasks or robotic process automation, content, workflow, decisions, and data capture. And we've wrapped all of this in a sort of an integration layer that provides intelligence and machine learning and governance on the sort of the bottom of the stack. And then on the top of the stack provides a single unified user experience. We also have modeling capabilities and other sorts of analytics, complementary analytics capabilities. And as I mentioned, this can be deployed in any manner that is appropriate, whether it be on the cloud or on premises or a combination. And we have many partners building solutions on this. And as we bring this into a more integrated portfolio and platform, we're seeing even more activity in that regard. And then also our large client base has built many applications on this platform. And if we can go to the next slide, please. So one of the things that I really want to focus on today is not what we've built so far, because many of you already know that. But where are we going, and what are our focus areas for the next year? And we have two primary areas of focus. One is to extend and enrich this automation platform, and the other is to infuse intelligence into the automation. So in terms of extending and enriching, we are developing more integrations between the offerings so that the offerings can be used in tandem, in parallel, in ways that they have not been in the past. We're also developing low-code configuration tools for each of the functional areas, for example, for workflow, for content, but also to bring various solutions together so that a business user or a business developer can bring together a workflow application with a content application, with a business rules application, and not have to write any code, but can create custom solutions specific to their needs. Going into the intelligence area, we're putting a lot of our effort into the ability to act on unstructured data, so to read and store and act on and include in workflows data that comes from unstructured sources, whether they be some type of document or PDF, whether it may be an invoice, it may be a government form. And then to collect operational data, sometimes we call this the digital exhaust, that comes from each of the automation applications. So for example, a workflow application, there's a lot of metadata and a lot of corollary data that's associated with workflows, and to take all that data and to analyze it so that we can figure out how to improve that workflow and possibly do that dynamically, and then to integrate that data from, say, the data that's generated by the real-time decisioning engine or that's generated by the content engine, and to be able to create a data lake where then machine learning and other tools can be applied so that automation can really become smarter. And then that takes me to the last area that we're working on, is to operationalize AI, to really put artificial intelligence in at the core of all this so that there is another level of intelligence built right into the automation, not something that's separate and apart, but that really helps improve and is a tool directly within the automation to make automation much more flexible and much more intelligent. So these are the areas that we at IBM are working on for the next year. And so with that, thank you for the opportunity to present, what we have and where we're going. And now there's going to be a demo that you're going to see from Royal Cyber. So I would like to hand it over to Bonnie.
Thanks, Brian, for giving us insights on DBA. In today's session, I will walk through the end-to-end scenario of business automation workflow for digital bank mortgage business operations. Here we will cover the core capabilities of business automation, such as capture, content, workflow, tasks, and decision. Data capture and extracts the data from the content. The content shares and manages the enterprise content data. Workflow design and manage end-to-end solution. Tasks automate the human tasks. Decision automate the decision with the business rules. Here the integration points and technology. Here the data flow diagram describes how each components are interrelated with each other. The first component is connected from DataCap to FileNet ECM via REST-based web service API. It gives a remote device or system the ability to create and trace a batch through the IBM data capture process. The second component is connected from FileNet to workflow. Here, Event Action Handler runs when any request to the content engine can trigger the transaction. The third component is connected from IBM Workflow to ODM and RPA. Here, Decision Server provides a REST service for rule set execution. We can use it to execute rule set through the HTTP protocol by using JSON format. RPA bot uses a REST API to provide the input data to start the process. This implementation uses REST Web Service command and JSON Metabot to update the properties in JSON data structure. Move over to next slide. The mortgage application business flow. In this use case, we have 5 actors. Jen. Jen is a customer. His role is to apply the mortgage loan in the bank. Peter. Peter is input management officer. His role is to scan the form and extract the fields by data capture solution. Michelle. Michelle is a mortgage officer. Her role is to review the application form provided by Jen. If any information is missing, she will provide the comments to the customer representative to collect the data from Jen. Mike. Mike is a customer representative. Mike will check the comments provided by Michelle and calls the Jen to ask him to send the details. Mary. Mary is lead mortgage officer. Mary will check all the details provided by Jen, and from the backend system, based on the decision provided, she will take the final decision whether to approve or reject the loan.
Here I will walk through the end-to-end scenario of mortgage application. We have created the demo environment and all the VMs are running parallelly. We have 5 VMs running. VM1 is ECM, VM2 is DataCap, VM3 is Workflow, VM4 is RPA, VM5 is ODM. On VM1 ECM, on this VM an IBM FileNet content repository and LDAP are installed. VM2 DataCap. Here all the DataCap tools are installed. VM3 Workflow. This VM hosts IBM Business Automation Workflow. VM4 RPA. This VM hosts the RPA Bot Designer and RPA Bot Runner. VM5 ODM. On this VM, ODM is installed. Let's begin with mortgage application submission process. Switch to DataCap VM and make sure that DataCap Navigator is launched. As we don't have physical scanners available or scanning center, we have to manually handle the incoming mortgage application. Scan the mortgage application document manually. Click the blue scan icon from in the upper left corner. Select the document by clicking the Browse button. Click on Scan button. Click on Submit button. Observe new batch has been arrived in the queue. Click on Refresh button. Tax is in profiler stage and status is in pending. Keep on clicking the Refresh button. Now we can see the tax has been in verify stage and status has been pending. Click on the batch file. Assess the document, is there is any validation error is there or not. Click on Run Validation button. Here we have a validation error. The date must be in 111900 format. So we can see that here the date is in 1685, that we have to change it to 19, or we can do it 2018. Now again click on Run Validation button. See, tax profile has been succeeded. It means that there is no validation error in the document. Click on Submit button. All the documents are completed. Click on Refresh button. Tax has been exported. Job has been done and completed. Go to the workflow VM. Click on mortgage officer role. We can see that review mortgage application has been arrived to mortgage officer queue. Click on the tasks. Mortgage officer will check the document and mortgage officer will request for additional information from the customer. Mortgage officer Michelle, she will enter the details to provide the payslip. Please collect the information about the payslip, about the net income by requesting the payslip. Click on add button. Mortgage officer, she will request for the additional information, so she'll click the request additional information button. Once the task is completed for mortgage officer, the task will route to the customer representative queue. Customer representative will get the collect application information task. Customer representative will check the customer details and will reach the customer for getting the payslip for further processing. Here customer representative will enter the details. Click on the add button. Click on close button. Customer representative will click on the complete button for further processing. Now here the customer representative basket is empty. So task will again route to the mortgage officer queue. Here again mortgage officer will review the mortgage application. Mortgage officer will see the comments provided by customer representative. Once everything is perfect, mortgage officer will click the proceed button for further processing. Now we have to upload the payslip received from the customer. Data cap operator will attach the payslip from the repository, document repository. Click on the scan button. Click on submit button. Job will arrive in the job queue. Task has been in profile stage. Keep on clicking the refresh button. Now task is in verify stage. Let's verify the payslip document. Now we can see that here is 1685. We have to change it here to 2018. Click on run validation. Tax profile has been succeeded. Click on submit button. See, now job has been in done status and tax has been exported to workflow case client. Job has been received to mortgage officer queue for review the pay slip. Mortgage officer will review the pay slip. If everything looks perfect, mortgage officer will click for proceed button for further processing. Go to the DataCap VM and check in the process portal whether tax has been arrived in the tax queue or not. See, here we have received under the work list, we have got the get data from land charge register. Here RP will take control and will start processing the job back manually from the back end, which we don't have to do manually. Now tax has been arrived in the work list under where lead officer will take the decision whether to approve the loan or not. For that we have to click the review loan agreement decision tax, claim the tax. Lead mortgage officer will review the loan form. Here we have to click on the property evaluation mortgage button, and then we have to click approve mortgage for approving the loan application form. Click on submit button. Go to the case client. Click on the cases. Search the tax has been arrived or not. Yes, we have arrived the tax and it is in complete status. Click on the tax. We can see here all the processes has been completed successfully, right from the review mortgage application, review pay slip, review loan agreement decision, and then request property valuation and finalize the loan agreement. So here we have seen the end-to-end workflow for the digital business automation. Thank you very much.
Once again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the participants in today's webinar and wish you all a great day ahead.
Thank you very much.